I want to bring you to a perfect picture of peace and what that looks like within the human soul. I have been reading Isaiah for a little while now, and I'm noticing things that I didn't notice before, which is always a good sign that you're listening to the Lord and you're reading it with the author. But in verse 6 of chapter 11, I'm going to go ahead and read it. Perfect picture of peace. Then the wolf will be subdued and live with a gentle lamb, and the leopard will lie down with the gentle lamb. The young calf and the ferocious lion will be together. As a shepherd drives his flock, a small child will guide them along. The cow and the bear will graze alongside each other. Cubs and calves will lie down together. The lion, like the ox, will eat straw. In the natural, we see the animals that are predators, that are carnivores. They eat meat, they eat flesh. We're seeing them completely tamed to lie down with what they would normally eat. So the wolf would normally eat the lamb, the leopard would normally eat the goat. So we see these two different natures, and we see how this represents human nature. So the human nature is to consume for the flesh. It is to consume flesh. So we are wolves. We prey on whatever we can that will satisfy us. It says that the cow and the bear will graze alongside each other, and the lion and the ox will eat straw. So this is what peace is. When the Lord comes into your life, he subdues these human natures that desire flesh. That's why the lion, like the ox, will eat straw. The lion has been subdued by Christ, so he no longer has the desire for flesh. It is in perfect peace. He has found peace himself. So when you are in perfect peace with the Lord, then you will no longer desire the things of flesh. You will no longer have these fleshly desires. So if you sit and you know I have the desires of the flesh, then you are not sitting with the Lord in his perfect peace. He has not subdued you. What you crave that is not of the Lord and is of the flesh means that area of your life you have not allowed Christ to subdue. You have not surrendered that piece of your life, because perfect peace is laying down innocent. You surrender the will of being a predator for your own satisfaction, your own gain, and you lay down with the innocents. It is the wolf laying down with the lamb. When Christ comes into your life, when you live for him, when you surrender to him, your fleshly, your human nature will lie down with him who is subduing you. So the lamb is Christ himself. When you submit to him, you lie down with him. It is incredible to know this kind of peace. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding. Peace that literally comes when the will of the flesh is laid down to the will of the Lord. It says also in verse 9 that on my holy mountain of Zion, nothing evil or harmful will be found. For the earth will be filled with the intimate knowledge of the Lord Yahweh, just as the water swells the sea. So when Christ comes into your life, and when you have surrendered all, that means that you have been filled with the intimate knowledge of God. You receive his revelation. You surrender it all, only to be filled with the desire of knowing him. If you are not only desiring to know God, and you are desiring something of the flesh, then there is something that you have not surrendered and allowed the Lord to subdue. So my prayer for you is that you allow God to subdue your entire being, that you allow him to subdue your entire human nature, so that you lie down with him, and that you are filled with intimate knowledge of him.